And Mavrodi said, we are fighting against the world financial system, helping ordinary people, breaking the rules and declaring it expressly. So it is clearly here that whatever is going on about MMM, we can rarely believe it. All the information we are getting, it is very difficult to believe. Whether Mavrodi died or not, it has always been difficult to believe. So, personally, when I was fighting to find out whether the death and the life of Mavrodi was true, I went to YouTube and started Googling about Mavrodi's death. And there I found so many information. MMM founder Mavrodi dies of heart attack at 62. MMM founder Mavrodi dies of heart attack. YouTube. Sergey Mavrodi, Nigerians rejoice over death of MMM founder. And even national media of several countries announced this. For a media to announce such information, they must have done thorough investigation of it. Death, they can announce anything, but when it comes to death, it's very difficult for a national media to announce it anyhow. So most probably, this thing happened. And in Russia, I also saw national channels of that country announcing this. And it's very difficult for them to say that it was just a rumor. So in YouTube, there are so many information, there are so many news, and there are also videos showing some pictures where the former wife went to collect the body from the mortuary and all that. But it's very difficult to believe that according to what is said in the website, that don't believe anything about MMM that you find on media. But now, according to our leaders who have been with us for a long time and who have been leading us very well, they confirmed that Mavrodi is normal, and therefore we need to commemorate his life and the history that he brought to us about MMM. So we want to read all of us what people have been perceiving to be about MMM, yet it is far from what we know is MMM. To begin with, let's find out what Mavrodi really fought for. We can trace back that the life of Mavrodi with MMM began in 1989 when he started it for the first time as a company, then faced a lot of challenges. So, what did Mavrodi want to achieve by coming up with MMM? So, Sergey Mavrodi had millions of supporters on all continents. Millions of people stayed with MMM, both in times of growth and even in the times of difficulties. Right now, MMM is experiencing a lot of challenges, a lot of misunderstanding. But at the same time, MMM still has numbers. If the website today is open, logging in, is there anyone who will run from MMM? Everyone will dash back to log into their account. So even in a difficult situation, MMM has its numbers. Then unfortunately, there has been a lot of misunderstanding and myths too. Some wanted Mavrodi to be seen as a man who took advantage of other people's weaknesses for his own benefit. But Mavrodi truly believed in what he was doing. He was prepared to sacrifice anything to achieve his purpose, his own life included. So Sergey Mavrodi here used to say his actions were based on his understanding of his own civic duty. What was his duty? Then, this idea he had been working. What was his duty then? This idea he had been working on until the last days of his life. Then, the founder of MMM believed that the existing fiat money could not be a measure of value. Fiat money ni tangible money tunatumia hapa Kenya. What is this measure of value? Anyway, Sergey Mavrodi used to draw a comparison with antique paintings. A painting may have a low value, but it is found out to be a painting by a great master. Its value will drastically surge. What has changed about the painting itself? Though nothing has. Therefore, money is not a measure of value. It is a tool of controlling and tempting people. Actually, what Mavrodi meant here is that something people rarely talk about is money, who controls all this money. We have those who control central banks. Yeah, this one you will never hear it in public. Maybe I'll tell you one point. So what has changed is nothing about the painting itself. So therefore, money is not a measure of value. It's a tool of controlling and tempting people, and a tool of exerting power. It might be good or bad, but we need to take human nature into account. As Mavrodi said, what did Mavrodi say? All things have a melting point. All people have a temptation they cannot resist. The existing financial system is the true financial pyramid which controls people by tempting them. But all things have a life cycle. The modern financial system will not last forever. But how will it come to its end? According to Mavrodi, people prefer high and high-risk assets to low-yielding and low-risk ones. This one you know very well. Kitambo MMM iliweza kushikwa na itilafu. People have tried so many businesses. Unaletewa hata 5 kwa siku. Unaangalia ile inalipa pesa mingi, 100%. Si ndio? Udashi. So Mavrodi was right here. But how will it come to its end? According to Mavrodi, people prefer high-yielding and high-risk assets to low-yielding and low-risk ones. What are financial guarantees anyway? Can anyone guarantee they won't turn bankrupt? Mavrodi believed that anything, even something absolutely useless, and you can remember at one point late Dr. Miles once said that life is meaningless, and is a very long thing he wrote about it. Meaningless, life is meaningless. So Mavrodi said that, believed that anything, something absolutely is useless. So because you find that someone is having a lot of money and all of a sudden it's turned back to zero again. So you wonder, what is the meaning of having all this money and tomorrow again you're back to zero? So it has no meaning. Like a card with an autograph, for instance, can be made price worth by means of self-quoting. You can make cards and you can quote anything on those cards. This one is worth this is worth this. But at the end of the day, self-binding, self-pricing, or self-offering, by selling it and buying it back at an ever-rising price. This was how Mavros operated within MMM. The system sold Mavros to its members and bought them back at a high price. This was how Mavrodi explained why the Bitcoin price had grown faster than the price of any stock shares. In the modern world based on financial speculation, the association of financial assets with physical assets is a burden rather than an advantage. Thus, the price of shares is limited by the cost of the issuing companies.